Hello everyone and welcome back to Oba's Trending Gist, the channel where we break down the hottest political talk and serve you the real story behind the headlines. Today we have a very spicy one for you. We are diving into a viral clip that has been making the rounds, featuring the very vocal lawyer and politician Daniel Bwala. In this clip, he makes some incredible serious allegations against the 2023 Labour Party presidential candidate, Mr. Peter Obi. Now, this isn't your usual political banter. Bwala accuses Obi of being a master of fake news, misinformation, and disinformation. These are heavy words that strikes at the very heart of Peter Obi's political brand, which is built on integrity and data-driven arguments. To give you some context, Daniel Bwala was the spokesperson for the Atiku Abubakar presidential campaign. Before that, he was a member of the APC, so he's a man who understands the inner working of Nigerian high-stakes politics. The conversation you're about to see is a raw, unfiltered look into strategic battles that were fought between the major political camps during the election season. Let's watch this clip and then we'll break it down. Take a watch.
But Peter Obi has become like the bride of the moment. He's not like the unofficial president that everybody tries to attack. What is the problem? Why is APC afraid of Peter Obi?
Nobody is afraid.
No,
as you see, let me tell you. No. You see, that's the danger of journalism. Conclusion. It is easier. It's better for you to say people perceive. If you say you guys are afraid, you have concluded, and you don't have data.
The data is clear.
What is it?
The data there is that Peter Obi has not left you guys' mouths. Every moment, every now and again,
so
every
ask you,
every tweet. After 2023 election,
has Peter Obi kept his mouth shut?
He cannot keep his mouth shut.
So if you told all those citizens we cannot join issues,
he's acting more like a citizen. Everybody that can criticize the work of the government, and that's what he's doing.
Yes,
acting like an opposition, criticizing the work of the government.
So when the opposition,
why are you guys against him? So we want to make sure that everything about Peter Obi is killed down.
When Peter Obi open his mouth and say anything,
yes,
you guys in the media used to call us and say Peter Obi says so thing. What is the reaction of government? That's the reason we talk. Nobody knows Peter Obi. I am saying, at least I'm sitting here speaking to you, and I speak on my own honor. Everything you see me say on Peter Obi to counter whatever he said, I was contacted, and you will see in the reportage, I was contacted, what is your reaction to what this person say about government? And Peter Obi is a master of fake news. I'm coming, and I know you will not agree. You will not agree, but I'm saying
listen of the fake news. Yes.
Okay, so for example, every data that Peter Obi reels out against the government will be proved to be wrong, and Peter Obi will come to his Twitter and say, okay, there's a mistake in the data, but that the general information is the same.
There is no Peter Obi's tweets that I've known so far that he came back and said there is a mistake in his data.
So let me ask.
He reels out the fact of the matter of.
Are you an Obidient?
Me, I'm for everybody.
No, you are not. You are Obidient, and I'm happy to engage with Obidient because through you, I will reach the largest population of the Obidient. Let me tell you about Peter Obi. Peter Obi is a Nigerian citizen I personally respect because he is also concerned about Nigeria. That's why he's talking. But just because he's concerned about Nigeria does not mean everything he says, he's saying it from an unbiased point of view, because he has an interest. What is his interest? To be president. So if you have an interest to be president, the natural thing is, as an opposition, is to undermine the government. And if they kill somebody, in Onitsha, then that day his tweets doesn't work.
There's no
if there's anything outside of the southeast, Peter Obi is the first to do town cry. Anything that happens in the southeast, people will come to his tweet and say, "We wait for you to talk."
There are many of his tweets regarding Southeast that he has tweeted about. There are many.
I am telling you, but let me come. What we are speaking are fact based.
Yes.
You have always lied on conscience. I'm telling you facts that can be touched and verified. The reason why Peter Obi, whenever he says something and we're asked, we have to join issues to state the record straight. But personally, I want Peter Obi to run now. He ran in first of all, after I left APC, the first person to call me was Obasanjo, President Obasanjo, to work for Peter Obi. So if Peter Obi didn't like me, they won't be the first. I was in London. And I declined because I didn't like certain things about the perception is really now.
What, like?
A lot of them. Fake news, I said it and I'm repeating it. Misinformation, disinformation. And then the most important one is national interest.
So, there is a lot to unpack there. Let's break down Daniel Bwala's key point. First, the interviewer's question is, what many Nigerians have been asking, why do other political parties seem so obsessed with Peter Obi? Bwala's response is a classic political move. He deflects and says, we only talk about him when you, the media, ask us to. He's essentially blaming the media for keeping Obi relevant in their conversation. While there are some truths that the media seeks reaction, it doesn't fully explain the constant, unprompted attack we saw during the campaign. But the real fire comes next. Bwala calls Peter Obi a master of fake news. This is a direct assault on Peter Obi's credibility. Bwala claims that Obi deliberately uses incorrect data and statistics to criticize the government. And when he is fact-checked and proven wrong, he simply goes on Twitter and apologizes for the errors but insists the general information is the same. This is a very specific accusation. It's a strategy to paint Obi not just as someone who makes mistakes, but as someone who intentionally mislead the public to score political points. He also accuses Obi of having selective outrage. He claims Obi is the first to cry foul about issues happening anywhere else in the country, but remains silent on the problems happening in his own backyard, the Southeast. This is a narrative that was heavily pushed to frame Peter Obi as a regional candidate, not a national one, and to try and weaken his support in other parts of the country. And then he drops the bombshell, the real gist of conversation. Bwala reveals that after he left the APC, the first person to call him was former President Olusegun Obasanjo, who personally asked him to come and work for Peter Obi's campaign. This is a massive revelation. It confirms the high-level political maneuvering that was happening behind the scene and shows just how much influence figures like Obasanjo were trying to exert. Bwala says he declined, but the fact that the offer was made shows how valuable a political player he was considered at that moment. So what's the big picture here? This isn't just a man airing his frustration. This is a calculated political communication strategy. Discredit the source. By labeling Obi a master of fake news, you attack his biggest weapon, his perceived honesty and reliance on facts. The next one is control the narrative. Instead of defending your own candidate's record, you go on offensive and force your opponents to defend their own integrity. Next is frame the opponent. By highlighting the Southeast angle, you attempt to box your opponent into a regional corner. This clip is a fascinating case study in political warfare. It shows how campaign works to define their opponents in the eye of the public. But now I have to throw the question to you, the viewers of Oba's Trending Gist. What do you make of all this? Do you believe Daniel Bwala's claim? Is he just playing politics, or is there a grain of truth in his accusation about Peter Obi's use of data? And what do you think about that secret phone call from Obasanjo? So, drop your honest opinion in the comment section below. I want to hear what you think. That's all the time we have for today. If you enjoyed this breakdown, please hit that like button, share this video with everyone you know, and most importantly, subscribe to Oba's Trending Gist so you never miss out on the real story. Until next time, stay informed and stay engaged.